Today, we are diving into a problem that, let's be honest, every single one of us who uses AI has faced. You ask a question, you get an answer, but you're left with that nagging feeling. Is this really the best I can get? Well, we're going to figure out how to solve that. You know how it goes, right? You pop a prompt into one AI for, say, a marketing slogan, and the result is fine. So you try another one, and it's a bit more creative. You try a third, and it goes in a totally different direction. If you just stick with that first answer, you're probably leaving a much better idea on the table. So, how do you find the actual best response?
Well, what if you didn't have to choose? This is where a tool called bandleader.ai comes in. The best way to think about it is not as a single musician, but as a conductor for an entire orchestra of AIs. It's been developed by the team at Educated Change. They're AI consultants and executive brand strategists who are really committed to making AI both safe and trustworthy.
So, here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with that core dilemma. Then, meet our AI conductor. We'll see how it actually scores different answers in a real-world test. Learn how to create a personal referee. And then, look at what this all means for the future of working with AI.
Okay, so let's really dig into this problem. All these different large language models, or LLMs, they all have their own unique strengths. Some are incredibly factual, others are way more creative, and some just might happen to click better with your specific style. The bottom line is this: when you only use one, you're only getting one perspective, and that perspective might not be the best one for what you're trying to do.
And this is exactly where that conductor metaphor really starts to make sense. See, bandleader.ai doesn't just give you one answer. It sends your prompt out to multiple AI musicians all at the same time, and it gets them to work together to create a result that's way better than what any single one could have come up with on its own.
And getting started is actually super simple. It's really just a three-step process. First, you pick your orchestra. You can choose up to 4 different LLMs for any single prompt. Second, you just type in your prompt like you always do. And third, you get back all the responses, but they're already compared and scored for you. It's that easy.
Okay, theory is great, but how does this actually play out in the real world? Let's look at a practical test, translating a snippet from a Financial Times article into French. This is a fantastic task because it really tests how well different models can handle things like nuance, tone, and of course, accuracy.
And boom, here are the results. Bandleader sent the prompt to 4 models: ChatGPT 5 Mini, Claude 3.5, Gemini Flash, and Perplexity. It scored each one on 3 key areas and then gave a final recommendation. And as you can see, for this specific task, ChatGPT 5 Mini was the clear winner, coming out on top with a really impressive 94%.
Now, seeing a score like 94% is great, but a number is only as good as the logic behind it, right? So what is Bandleader actually looking for when it scores these things called relevance, trust, and authenticity? Let's break each one down.
First up, we've got relevance. This one is pretty straightforward. Did the AI actually answer the question you asked? It's all about how directly the response hits the target you set with your prompt. No weird tangents, no misunderstanding the request, just a direct hit. Next up is trust. And honestly, this is the big one. How factual, how accurate is the information you're getting? We all know about AI hallucinations, so this is absolutely critical. And that's exactly why this factor gets the most weight in the final score. It has to be right.
And finally, there's authenticity. This is all about how well the response matches up with your personal style, your unique voice, or any of the custom instructions you've provided. And this one, well, this one is a clue to the tool's most powerful feature: personalization. So that brings us to what the platform calls your personal referee. This is where things get really interesting. It's not just about using some generic out-of-the-box scoring system. This is about training the AI to become your own custom evaluator, one that's perfectly fine-tuned to exactly what you need.
So how do you do it? You can actually upload your own documents. I mean, think about that for a second. Your company's brand and style guide, articles you've written in the past, internal wikis and knowledge bases. You feed all of that to your referee, and it learns to judge every response through a filter that completely understands you, your context, your voice, your goals.
This really shows the difference, doesn't it? The default referee is great, it gives you a solid general evaluation, but your referee, that's a whole other level. It's an evaluation system that's completely aligned with your world. It knows your brand voice, your preferred tone, the specific knowledge that actually matters for your work. It's a game changer.
But the value here goes way beyond just getting one good answer. Over time, Bandleader is quietly gathering performance data just for you. and it becomes this incredibly powerful analytics tool that helps you pick the right AI for any job, every time.
So for example, based on your own prompts and scores, you might start to see patterns. You might find that ChatGPT 5 Mini is your undisputed champ for content writing, but Claude 3.5 is your go-to for brainstorming new ideas, and Perplexity consistently nails it for technical help. This kind of data helps you make smarter, faster decisions down the road.
And the insights just keep coming. The platform also lets you track your cost per model, see average response times, and keep your entire prompt and response history. You can even build out templates for tasks you do all the time. It's really all about giving you more insight and more control over your workflow.
So after all that, what's the big takeaway? I think it's this. The best answer you can get from an AI is almost never a solo performance. Using a tool like this obviously saves you time, but more than that, it seriously boosts the quality of your work and, maybe most importantly, gives you real confidence that you are truly getting the best possible result.
And I think this quote just nails it. Sometimes people are more interested in the variations than they are in the recommendation. That really gets to the heart of the matter. It's not just about finding that one winner. It's about seeing a range of high-quality, diverse perspectives that can spark completely new ideas you wouldn't have had otherwise.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As AI becomes more and more of a collaborator in everything we do, what could you create? What problems could you solve? What could you discover if you never had to settle for a single AI's opinion ever again?